Well, this is Josh. I am the lead designer on the Privateer board game project, and this is an introduction to how to set up your game. So it's the first tutorial in a video series that we'll do on the different rules of the game, so you can see how this all plays out. Now you can see I've started to open version 0.26 of the module, and it brings up your selection of boards. So I'm going to choose the Pompeii quadrant. The other ones are old test boards that you can feel free to play around with if you like. So when it opens up, you see your game board here. You see all the jump gates connecting locations and all of that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start putting out our planets. So up here on the top we got our planets window, and all of the planets are supposed to go out randomly. So I'm going to right click and shuffle just to make sure that that happens, and I'm just going to drag them onto all the different circles. I may need to adjust them a little bit later on, but getting them roughly in the right direction, the right places is a good start. Now in order to select the planets, you're going to have to hold down Shift and click, and that will allow me to select all of the planets here. And once they're all selected, I'm going to use the right or left bracket key just by the return key on your keyboard to flip all of those at the same time. Now with some experience playing the game, you'll look at the board and you're going to instantly recognize certain places and things and how they're going to affect the way the game is going to play. But for now what we're going to do is we're going to first look at all of the different planets and see the ones with the faction icons at the top or on the side in the case of Perry. And first thing we're going to do with that is we're going to put out our non-player ships. So under your ships tab in the upper left corner, we're going to open up the drop down, go down to non-player ships. And so you can see there's the Pirate Talon, so we need to put those on the pirate planets of Home and New Trepid, which just happen to be right next to each other in this game. The other non-player ship we need to put out is a Stiletto, and that goes on Rigel, which is the Confed capital base planet thing there. I'm going to leave the ships open because we're going to now move on to our player windows. And in our player windows, you can see you have your player card, and we can put out our blasters. You know, the Tarsus here has 2 hard points. That allows us to carry 2 front blasters. We'll put a couple of lasers there, and here we have a couple of battery-looking items that I use as tracking devices. So we've got 3 armor, and the shield module, of course, should be fully charged at the beginning of the game. Now what I'll need to do then is I'll need to draw a pilot. Now each player is going to be able to draw 2 pilots and pick the one they want to use. We'll stick with Doc Burgeon here, and we'll send Cockley Foche back to the deck. So there we go, we've got Doc Burgeon. Now Doc has got 2 attributes here that are very important to us at this moment. He starts on Milnos, and that's right below his picture, and he is a bounty hunter. So what we're going to need is we're going to need a class card. And up at the top here, well, there's a class card window. So let's find the bounty hunter, and we'll give him his license as a bounty hunter. You can put that wherever you want in the player window. If you can't see everything, you of course can zoom in and out with these keys at the top. Highly handy if you're looking at missions and the like. So with his class card out, the next thing we want to do then for Doc is we want to put his Tarsus, the ship here, on Milnos. So let's find Milnos. Milnos is a space station over here on the right hand side, Milnos 4. So let's go into our neutral ships, because the Tarsus is a neutral ship, and we're going to put that on Milnos. Okay, we're done with the ship cards now. The other thing that I need to do is I need to put out tokens on the DUP box and on the Kilrathi tracker on the Vortex of Doom. So in order to do that, I usually use the Kilrathi token, just because it's colorful and it's themey and keeps me on track. So here we are, the game board is set up. We have our non-player ships in place. We have our player ship out. We have the Kilrathi tokens on the DUP box and on the Vortex of Doom. And our player window is set up with a pilot. His ship is on the correct location. He's got his bounty hunter card. He's got all of his tokens for the reputation He's got his tracking tokens on his ship. We're ready to play the game.